So you've done all the hard work, you've gotten the coaching, you've got some amazing demos, you even have a website. Good for you. What's next? Time to get out there and start auditioning. And what better place to do that than on Voice 123? We happen to be fans of this website. And right now they are offering 15% off any new Voice 123 membership. So the discount is available for several of the tiers. You got to check it out. But this is a great way for you to get out there and start auditioning and possibly booking jobs. And it's great practice in addition to honing your skills as far as being able to do cold reads and turn around those auditions quickly. So for a limited time, they are offering this discount. So take advantage because it's not going to happen all the time. 15% off any new Voice 123 membership. The link is on our podcast page, in addition to the notes of this episode too. So do yourself a favor and start auditioning and getting yourself out there and your voice heard by taking advantage of 15% off any new Voice 123 membership.
Welcome back to another episode of the VoiceOver Gurus podcast. Real talk about the voiceover industry with your hosts, Linda Bruno and JJ Wilson.
Hey, JJ.
Live from JJ Wilson's new studio.
JJ, you moved. Look at that.
And look, I can stretch out my arms and not touch the wall.
It's tough for us to see that, though.
In both directions.
So you loving it?
Oh, it's just awesome.
You love the
Sounds
sound
fantastic.
quality?
I'm so good at making studios. If anybody ever needs help with that, give me a call.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, $1,000 an hour.
Now, you guys just moved from Nashville, Tennessee to
Greencastle, Pennsylvania.
But
Yes.
were you nervous at all about setting up your new studio and worrying about the sound quality? No. And why is that? Because you've done it so many times?
Because I have moved 9 times in the last 14 years.
Yeah. Okay. So you've pretty much got it down.
My studio was almost built before the movers brought up, because I have them put this on last, all my studio stuff on last and off first.
Ah.
So I have them put it all in here.
Smart.
And I'm working away in here while they're unpacking. And by the time they get done, we're pretty close to ready and working.
Smart,
and then the
JJ. You're so smart.
Cable people show up, get some internet, boom, bing and a bong and a bang and a bing. And I'm back in biz.
You're exhausted.
And there's so much more. Oh, my God, am I tired?
I know. You look tired. I'm tired, too. So this is going to be an interesting podcast.
Why don't we rest during this podcast?
I know. Because we haven't podcasted. We haven't recorded anything in a good long while, so we have to.
Okay.
It's important.
Okay.
But
all right.
What's happening?
But yes, I'm all moved and it's all done and I'm very glad. And the first day we got here, my granddaughter came in the front door and she didn't know that I was here. It was a surprise. And she looked down the hallway and into the living room and saw me there. She said, "Oh, silly grandpa." And I got a 10-minute hug and that made it all worth it.
All the driving, all the packing, all the moving.
Yeah. Yes.
Very, very nice. Well, things have certainly ramped up as far as work goes on my end. I know you've been pretty busy, but I kind of had a slow January and a little bit of a slow Feb. But then all of a sudden it was like gangbusters. So I've been
and now it's quiet again.
Busy. Oh, see, I'm still busy. A lot of bookings, thank God.
I'm still busy.
And a lot of new students have started the 4-pack, the starter pack here on Long Island. So I have like 5 people that started within the last 2 weeks. But as a result, and I was traveling because I went to a wedding at Disney last weekend, which completely wiped me out. That was 3 days of insanity. But now I couldn't get the masterclass finished by March 11th. Managed to come into the office yesterday on Sunday and worked on it for several hours and got it done. This month, the masterclass, in honor of spring cleaning, is about organization and my process, step by step, of auditioning and booking. When I do an actual job, the process of what I do with my audio files and my emails to stay very organized, because people don't think about that. And then all of a sudden, a client calls you.
It's important.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh my gosh.
Remember that thing we did 2 years ago?
Right. Exactly.
Well, first of all, no. I probably have it somewhere, but I don't remember it at all.
So I got all snazzy, and I created like little flow charts and the whole 9 yards. So
Okay.
the masterclass was launched today, and I'm very proud. I'm proud of this one. I think I did a good job with it.
Okay. Today's program is brought to you by Perplex.
Masterclass.
OCD medicine.
But at this point, we're in March. We started the masterclass last September. So you already have like a good 6 months worth of content up there for anyone who hasn't joined the masterclass. Now you can join. It's only $50 a month.
Right.
And you can watch all these videos, months of content.
Right. Not
from
even
us.
take our classes anymore.
Right. But we just added something, and this was courtesy of Dave Johnson's suggestion. Any masterclass member, you get to take $10 off any of the workouts that we do. That was already in place. But now,
Yes, plus a free car wash.
free car wash. You also get to take 10% off any single lesson or any lesson package. 10% off
Really,
a
with
package.
Linda.
No, with any of us. So Dave helped motivate me, and I was like, you know what? I need to give something extra to the masterclassers because they're so fantastic.
Could I talk about Dave for a minute?
Yes.
Would you mind that?
Would he mind?
Would he mind? Would you mind?
I don't mind if he doesn't mind.
I don't think he would mind. Dave came to us, I don't know how long ago, a year, I don't know, something like that.
Right.
And he was a true beginner. He was a normal person with absolutely zero experience.
Well, he'd done radio.
I mean, zero.
That was the issue.
He'd done radio, but
That was the issue.
that can sometimes put you farther away in the other direction.
Right,
and
right,
having
right.
no training at all.
Right.
But there was just something about him, and I noticed that he picked things up quickly, and he's now, going after it full time, and we don't see him much anymore, and I'm that's really cool. And he called me the other day and said, I got a client, I want to book some time with you, and I want to, and you can do that with the gurus. You can call us up and book an hour
Right.
if you have an important audition you want to do. And Dave was completely prepared. He had a great piece of copy, and he'd already picked out the music and purchased it. So he sent me both, and we worked on the read for 25 minutes, and I spent the rest of the hour producing the spot for him. But I got to tell you, man, the first read he did, I looked at the screen and I really got teared up. I went, Dave, this is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Where you have gone
Yeah.
from a year ago, from absolutely nothing and bad habits from radio to being able to read this. It was a
What was it, documentary, narration?
It was a documentary, yes. And man, he just read the crap out of it.
You sent it to me, and it was fantastic.
It was absolutely fantastic, and I'm starting not to like Dave anymore.
It's like the read really pulled me in, and I could visualize everything he was saying, which is what is important to do with that type of read.
He's a hard worker.
Yeah.
He listens. You can give him, over the course of a minute and a half script, I must have given him, I said, all right, I said, today, I'm not your teacher. I'm not your friend. I'm your producer. I'm going to produce this spot with you and for you. So I'm going to pick on the little things. And I said, all right, I want you to do this in this graph, this in this graph. I want you to this word, give me a pause after this comma, do this. I gave him like 7 or 8 things. And in 20 minutes, we were done with the minute and a half script.
Wow.
And he remembered all of them.
Wow.
And he has just made such great progress. And quite a few of our students have been doing that lately.
Yeah.
And I hate to make enemies, but I guess that's just what's going to happen.
Well, don't say that, because then sometimes they think we're being serious.
No, I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. No, I really did. I sat here and I said, you know something? Linda and I are responsible for most of this.
Aww.
And that's awesome.
But
to me.
all of the hard work that he has put into it really is the whole basis of everything, because we can teach you, we can tell you, you can come to classes, but if you're not doing the work, the other 90% of the work that has to be done without us, then you're not going to progress. And that's where the difference comes in. Like you're saying, he's such a hard worker. And that just is evident, because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't work hard, it don't mean squat. Yeah.
Nope.
The hard work and persistence is what's going to get you there. In all the...
But I am saving that read as an example of where you can go.
Yeah.
I think from now on, when people start the class, This is what Bob Lebeskus and I used to do many, many hundreds of years ago when we had a school together. We would have them walk in the door and hand them a script and read it and save it.
Mm.
And then at the end of the class, we'd have them read the same script and then play them both. And it was like, oh, my God.
To hear the difference. That's a
So
great
you
idea.
can see your own progress. Yeah, so.
That's a great idea.
But anyway, I just wanted to mention that I'm very proud of you, Dave Johnston. I really, really am. That was, it really does give me a thrill. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Well, he continues to make us proud. He continues.
Yeah.
We had an interesting comment at the workout last week.
I don't think they meant it, though. They were just, so what comment was that, Linda?
That
Sorry.
he was intimidated to work with us.
Oh, yes, during something, the class, yeah.
Yeah, that he
Yeah.
had listened to the podcast and that he was truly intimidated. I'm getting like a buzzing sound here. I don't know if that's coming from you or me. I think it's an internet
My
thing.
studio is perfectly quiet, Linda.
No, it's an internet thing.
It's probably your cat purring.
I'm
or
at the
something.
studio. There are no pussycats here.
Oh, I saw a thing on Facebook today, how to prepare for a Zoom meeting, and there's a picture of a guy with the computers and a cat duct taped to the wall.
Yeah, that's what you pretty much have to do.
I love that.
My cats are insistent on showing their asses through all the workouts.
Yeah. The old one-eyed cat. But yeah, don't be intimidated. Yes, Linda and I have a combined experience of probably almost 80 years, but don't be intimidated by that.
No, the thing is, I don't think we come off intimidating at all. I don't want anyone to be intimidated.
I don't think it's how we come off. It's just a fact that we've been doing this. I've been doing it since the mid-'60s.
Right.
And, most people weren't even born yet that I know that take our class. So anyway, don't be intimidated.
No.
Turn it around and say, ooh, if I'm going to go with some teachers and some coaches,
Yep.
let's go for some ones who've not only conquered the business, but did the original kind too, with the machines as big as a Volkswagen bus, and where you had to be at 60 or you had to do it again. And, and have all that experience. And then we actually made the switch
Yeah, I had to.
to the
I had
computer
to splice
systems.
tape and radio,
Oh, gosh, yes.
and it had to be done on the fly. Like,
Yes.
you didn't have time. There was no pause button. It was going.
No. I remember once I was working at the radio station and somebody ordered 400 dubs of a 60 on reel to reel. And I had to box them and label them and mail
What
them.
does dubs mean, JJ?
Dubs, copies
Mm-hmm.
of a spot. That's how we did it back then. And then we
400?
put them in an envelope, mailed it to the station. And, when we did a spot, it didn't air for a month.
Yeah, exactly.
They thought ahead then. Now it's, oh, my God, we're having a car sale at 2:30.
Yeah, I know. Things have totally.
Get this done.
It's
So
so
anyway,
fast. It's
wow.
so fast.
So, yeah, anyway, yeah. Did I mention I moved?
Yeah,
I
you did
mentioned that.
move.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, very, very busy with work. That's the other thing, too, that I feel bad about because we coach, but we also are full-time voice actors. And then sometimes I don't want to put the masterclass on the back burner. It's very important to me. But I felt bad because I was like, suddenly I just kept getting bookings and bookings and bookings. And what are you going to do?
Just kept getting bookings and bookings and bookings.
You have to work. No, this is after like weeks of not as many bookings.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
you know?
I know. I was quiet there for quite a while. And then March was the beginning of March, but then.
It's like everybody
and then
woke up.
It's been okay.
But
Yeah.
that's the problem is that we have to balance so many things that sometimes if you don't get our full attention or some things aren't delivered, there's a good reason behind it because
Right.
we are
Like
actually.
if you send me a text or an email and I don't answer immediately, it's because I got a dog in a box somewhere that I haven't found yet.
but we
Or,
are experiencing
yes.
the things that we're going to teach you about.
Right, that we hope you'll get to experience
Yes.
someday soon.
Yes, exactly.
Like, oh my God, there's not enough time today to go shopping.
One of the things I talked about in the masterclass that I found, I did the update on my phone. I'm on an iPhone. And there's a new feature. I don't know if it's new or maybe they've just made it more prominent. This DND feature where depending on the time of day, you can basically say, you're going to put on this DND feature automatically at certain times of the day. So for me, it actually turns on whenever I come to the office. And it has been the best thing ever because now I'm not getting constant texts and I have the iPhone and the watch, the Apple Watch. So everything comes to my watch too. And now I'm no longer getting that. So every few hours, I will check the text messages. Because I'm in front of my email, but I swear this is the best. And it sends a notification to someone if they text you and say, Linda has her notifications silenced. But it doesn't mean I'm not getting it. But the best part is I'm not getting distracted because, it was making me insane. The constant, because we're balancing so much stuff. Then on top of that, to have messages come in.
And we are the type that oh God, I don't want to miss anything.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
So that's hard for us to do that. But if this thing rings during one more audition, I'm going to throw it out the window. You get at the last word of a great take, and ding dong. And I'm going,
why don't you have it on silent? Mine's always on silent.
Mine's on silent now. Yeah, I've been doing that more and more.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Always have it on
because
silent.
I'm tired of that happening.
But it's a great feature. If you upgrade your phone, just use that DND because that has DND has saved me tremendously.
DND. Do.
So, what do you think? I'm still really thinking that we should do a class on copy comprehension.
Yeah, that seems to be what I have been diving into more and more and more with each and every student. I mean, Dave and I dug very, very deep on that documentary the other day.
Yeah.
And it took me several of his reads to go, oh, yeah, wait.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on. I think that is the most important. And I've been listening to the radio and the television a lot, and it just, things have changed.
Yeah.
With the direction and getting as deep as I like to go. And they're saying stuff with the wrong inflection.
Mm.
And it's just like, you missed that completely, mister. But I don't know if they care anymore.
Well, it's whoever's coaching them.
I know.
But
it sounds terrible. Bull.
Well,
I don't know what to do about it. I don't know if the times are changing. And see, what I don't understand is that I would think that instead of getting away from what we do and making it less important and just kind of, I'm just a guy and I'm just talking and I'm just, everybody's like this anyway. Shouldn't we be doing more to get their attention?
I don't know if it's possible now.
But I think if they really hear somebody who is telling a really good story, it might be enough to have them put this down.
I don't know.
And I think that some producers are missing that. Because I don't pay, I look up and I go, oh, there's a commercial on. Usually it's, in the old days, it was a voice you knew. It was somebody who could really read. And so I'm sticking with it. Being
that my fiance is millennial, I live with this. And the phone is literally attached to him. His face is constantly looking at this phone. And I'm like, the thing you should be marrying is what you pay the most attention to. So you really should think about marrying your phone.
God, a premarital spat.
But for me to get his attention, because he's so focused on the phone, I have to literally go, Matt. And then he looks up. So I don't know.
You should text
commercials
him.
Have to do that. Or maybe commercials have to be so customized that they call your freaking name out.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at. It's just because otherwise he something to get their attention.
And then what's worse is if he really wants to just get into his stuff, he puts the AirPods in and he doesn't hear anything.
That just I'll bet the producers, while they're directing the session, are looking at their phones going, yeah, that's fine. And I can hear it on the air, and it's just, they're not grabbing me anymore. Even the few car commercials we have are, for the middle style, not the nationals, but nobody's, everybody's just like, yeah, I went out and got a new Volvo and it was really awesome and it's got a roof rack. And
How are you back to, what percentage of car spots are you doing these days? From the old days, like from pre-COVID, we'll put it that way. 10%? Oh, wow. So it's really not. Okay. So I don't feel so bad because I'm doing like one.
I've spoken to a couple of people who went from 100 to 1.
Yeah.
Spot a month.
Yeah.
100 car spots a month to 1.
Wow.
Nobody has any cars on the lot.
Yeah.
It's car buying is going to be different. Advertising agencies who do only that are in serious trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just you're gonna pre-order the car. You're gonna put $500 down when it gets there, and you drive it. If you don't, this is what I had somebody tell me the other day. I was looking at cars. They said, "Give me $500. It'll be here soon." And I went, "What does soon mean?" I'm not really sure. And I said, 2 months. He said, "Well, it could be." And I said, "But that's not the way people like to buy cars.
Right.
I don't want to wait 2 months. I want it now."
Right.
And I said, "If I do wait and I drive it and I don't like it, what happens?" He said, "Well," I said, "You'll, of course, give me my $500 back, right?" He goes, "No. As soon as we sell it to somebody else, we will."
Oh, my God.
And I went, "No."
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked at the sticker on the window of a brand new car, and it was a Honda Civic, and it was marked $4,000 above invoice.
Yep.
And I looked at him, I said, "This is a Civic."
Yep.
And he said, "We're getting it."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I went, "Okay." I said, "You're going to kill yourselves."
I got a good deal
They're-
trading in my lease, a month ago for my new car.
I think leasing might be the way to go now.
But it's like, because of the car that I had, they actually had on the lot,
Right.
I had to be flexible with the color. But otherwise they put they gave me $5,000 towards the new vehicle.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
because my vehicle is so valuable now. I only had like 20,000 miles on it, and they need used cars. But it worked out really well for me under the circumstances. But when it comes to voicing the stuff, I have been really dry with the car stuff.
Yeah. I have a couple of good clients, thank goodness. But yeah,
Yep,
I don't know.
it's tough.
It's a weird time in our lives.
But other stuff is cranking. I've been doing a lot of e-learning lately.
Yeah, I've done some e-learning lately.
Mhm.
I did a medical thing again the other day. I'm
Mhm.
doing more and more of those.
I-
It was called the anal. No, it wasn't. It was the anal rectifier. That's what it
Are you
was.
serious?
No.
Why do you get these things? Cologuard and anal rectifier.
I don't know, but the Cologuard was real, but the anal rectifier is not.
It's not.
No.
So what are your
no.
e-learning projects?
The last one I did was for some sort of an X-ray machine. I did a hand surgery video, which was fun. The Cologuard, yeah.
I just did one on cultural diversity in the workplace.
Of course.
Yes, cultural diversity,
Of course.
which was
Of
good.
course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Now, were you a he, she, her, him, it, or them during that
I
read?
wasn't anything. I was just the narrator.
You're just Linda.
I'm just me.
Okay.
What's
Sometimes
interesting, though,
I don't know who I am anymore.
this is, I think I mentioned this on another podcast. This is the e-learning project where they said that I came in at the highest rate, but they were going to go with me anyway. And I didn't even pitch a high rate. I pitched like your average rate. And
Right.
so I was really disheartened by that because I thought, what are other people pitching? Are they just like crap?
Exactly.
So anyway, 5 modules later, which took about a month to do, she sends me this nice email last week and she said, "I have to tell you, you're the only voice talent I've ever worked with that didn't make any mistakes." She said, "The quality that you send me has been exceptional. We have had nothing to change." And she says, "I'm just thanking you for your professionalism." I'm like, hello, this is why I'm charging what I'm charging. Because I go the extra mile, make sure those files are clean. I make sure I'm reading everything accurately. I have another set of ears on it, but I was like, my God, she's like, "You're the only person that's not made a mistake." I was like, wow.
Wow.
I know. So
I'm very careful about that. I very rarely get one back, and if I do, I love it when it's, "Oh, you missed this word," but I missed a word too in the script. So while you recut that, can you recut mine? And I went, "We're even, honey." He goes, "Yeah." So
Yeah.
It's okay if it's equal, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, they don't want to take the time to email you, wait, send
Yeah.
it with the thing, recut it. Yeah, you got to get it right the first time.
yeah, and I had the modules back there. Whatever she would send me, I'd have back within 24 hours. These required editing, cleaning up, and doing everything else too. So timing wise, you need to make sure that you are prompt. Plus, let's be honest. If you can get something back quickly, that means you can now go work on another project.
Exactly.
And you can or
Exactly.
work on finding another client. It's
Or paint a dresser.
right. But it's good to be efficient with your turnaround on projects.
You see, when you buy a house that has a purplish blue bedroom,
Ooh.
and it's an awesome color. It's
Oh,
like
you
a
like it?
pastel. It's really
Oh,
nice.
okay. All right. Your face was
But
kind
my-
of saying otherwise.
No, it's the teal furniture I put in there that's making me hurt. Oh God.
It's a lot of
Walt
colors,
Disney
JJ.
threw up. Well, that worked in our other bedroom. So now I have to paint all 6 pieces of the bedroom furniture to make it okay in the bedroom.
Speaking of Disney, I didn't tell you that we accidentally booked the wrong hotel.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So we were supposed to be at
The one in LA, right?
we were supposed to be at this hotel that was on like the bus route that was going to take us to all the wedding stuff. And somehow, some way, we booked at one of these
Matt.
other Disney
Oh,
resorts.
sorry.
Yeah. I don't want to point any fingers since
What?
I have been the one that's traveled the most. But so we're at this resort that was literally catered to the 5 to 10-year-old demographic. So every night, our hotel was at the the movie The Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
Okay, that was our that was our branch of our hotel.
You had dinner with Mickey, didn't you?
So huge hockey pucks, huge nets, huge,
Well, you like hockey.
I know, but it was crazy. So that
Not that much.
every night we had to walk between 2 like 500-foot Dalmatians because it was 101 Dalmatians were another building.
Well, they weren't boy dogs, were
No.
they? Okay, good.
So we
Ouch!
we were really out of place.
The
I
heck
slept.
was that?
I slept under Huey, Dewey, and Louie, little Donald Ducks, every night. So that was humorous, especially because we're all dressed for this wedding, and I've got like this sequence thing on. Matt's got the suit, and everybody's looking at us like, "You look pretty," little kids.
I'm going on the teacup ride tomorrow.
So it was hilarious. Yeah, but you brought up Disney. That's what made me think of it.
Gotcha. Oh, Disney. Yeah.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
Disney.
fun times. But yeah, other than that, I just talk more about the your organizational. Give us a preview of
Oh, well,
your master class.
It's my process of what I've used for over 15 years of how I keep myself organized. The step-by-step of recording a session. We'll say I recorded a session, and then I export everything to one central location that I can find it easily on my desktop. I create a folder that's outgoing audio files, and I export everything to that so I know where to find. Like right now, I'm going to stop this recording, right? And I'm going to export it to outgoing audio so I know where to find it. When you send me your files, I'm going to put it in outgoing audio.
Okay.
Then from there, I go a step further at the end of the month, and I create a folder onto an external source, which is either a hard drive or a cloud. And then I go month by month. So the month of February is all these audio files. And it's everything. It's every audition, anything I voiced, I keep. Because you might have to reference it. And what if you audition for something
You always have to reference.
Well, 6 months later, they're like, "Oh, you booked that job 6 months ago. They finally made a decision," that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Well, what the heck did I do?" Well, I can find it, by date. But I go through the steps of that process in addition to my billing steps too.
Yeah.
So
What I do is I create a session in Pro Tools called Podcasts to 2022.
mm-hmm.
And then when I bounce the file, I bounce it into the bounced file for this particular file in Pro Tools.
Okay.
So that way, the only thing I have in there is podcasts.
So now you just keep one DAW session open.
No. I switch between.
No. For the podcast is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. It's called Podcast 2022.
But now let me ask you, do you start at the 0 mark or do you just continue?
I just continue.
You continue.
And I label them.
That's what Dave does too. That would make me crazy because I like to start at the 0 mark.
Oh, ZD.
Because then how do you got to find it and then you've got to go and scroll.
Well, not if it says podcast March 14th.
But then you have to scroll to the right, to the left if you want to look at something that you did before, maybe podcast February 2nd.
Yes.
See, that may be
or
crazy.
just go in the bounced file and look for one that says February 8th and you just pull that out.
See, I have individual Pro Tools sessions for each podcast.
You and my wife would get along really well.
It's more organized that way. It's clean.
She keeps the left glove in the left drawer and the right glove in the right drawer.
I'm a Virgo. And sessions I do for clients.
Does Matt know that?
Yes, he does.
Oh, Virgo.
A Virgo.
Sorry. Whole different word. Sorry.
But for clients, I make one session for them for that particular project.
Gotcha.
And if it's a large project, I will keep it. But otherwise, the exported files are the only thing I keep.
You'll be surprised, there are kids out there, how many times you're going to go back 3 months and have to punch into a session.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah.
Or don't do what some producers have told me that, they'll label the file audio.
Right. That'll give it away quickly.
Or just their name. You're like, yeah, but what if you got multiple files from that person?
Right. Do you want to replace this? Well, I don't know. I don't remember what the other JJ one was.
Right. But I like that. Or I've been told that the file name is just files.
Files. Oh, good. Good. It's like my password.
His password.
Yeah. Exclamation point.
Exclamation point, yeah.
Oh, speaking of that.
Oh.
I got spammed yesterday.
Did you?
That son of a
From?
gun. I don't know, Niall Breckenridge or some shit. I don't know what. But he said, "Hi, JJ, how are you? Just visited your website, man. Are you good?
Oh, that kind
Listen,
of
I
stuff.
got a job for you. So, let me know how, if you're interested and, are you available?"
Oh.
So I wrote him back and I said, "Sure. Let me know what the next step will be." And then he wrote me back and he said, "Okay, so now all you'll really have to do is be calm and rested." And I went, "Oh, God, got my hopes up for nothing. And you'll be sent to a studio that's nearby."
Yes.
Why I have
to
my
produce
own.
high quality files.
And he finished it with, "Please send me your demo." I said, "You were just on my website, you turd."
Oh,
So
God. You didn't continue the conversation just to see where it went?
No, I just said, "Oh, man, I got again."
Yeah.
And the other thing I did the other day, I called. Oh, I was changing addresses on all the credit cards. And, the phone numbers are like this big on those. And I misdialed the last number of the number from a 2 to a 3.
Okay.
Which is very easy to do.
Yeah.
And guess what? The scammers have figured out that people do that, especially older ones like me.
Oh.
And he had me going for half an hour. He got all of my information.
How would he mean?
And he said, I didn't know.
Oh, shoot. So you thought that you were
and then
speaking
he said,
to
now I need you to listen to this recording and agree. And I said, "What do you mean? I'm changing my address." And he goes, No, it's for $100 giveaway. And I went, "Oh, no."
No.
And I hung up and I had to cancel the credit card.
Oh, my gosh.
And yeah. So just be careful.
Wow,
out
you got to
there,
be
guys.
really careful these days. That's nuts.
But anyway.
Well, I'm glad you're okay, though.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, there's nothing like moving when you're sick.
True.
Nothing
true.
like it.
Well,
I get tested for COVID and the flu the day I moved.
Well, I'm glad we were at
Woke
least
up
able to
sick.
connect here on the podcast because
Yes,
we haven't
me too.
connected
Me
in a
too.
while.
Yes.
We're in March, but already our March workouts are sold out. So we're going to start looking towards
Wow.
April and posting those very soon. And I'm serious about this. I want to do a copy comprehension class. It's going to take place during the day. And
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
We really need to do that
yeah,
because
JJ and I for
we-
2 hours with you, and we're gonna just dive into copy and help you figure out how to do that on your own. So,
and we're going to use something, that's really in depth, like Member FDIC.
right, a very
And we're
long,
we're gonna spend 2 hours talking about this.
yeah, a very long piece of
Okay,
copy.
so what does the F mean? Well, I'll have to work on that before we get to that anyway.
we will get to it. We're gonna plan it.
Batteries not
We're gonna plan it.
included.
And I got to stop talking about the stuff I'm going to plan and actually plan it. So
Okay.
that's my goal. That's my goal.
Okay.
I've made goals.
Okay, Goals!
So thanks for listening to us
Goals.
again to the Voiceover Gurus
Thank
podcast.
you so much for
Head to our
listening
website,
us again.
voiceover.guru. You'll get all the
Guru.
information about us and about our workouts, etc. Or join the
That's right.
masterclass. I mean, you're going to...
And pictures of JJ.
Yes, and you're going to get a lot of great information in addition to the easy way that you can just get coaching with us. So, voiceover.guru. Thanks, JJ.
Thank you, Linda.
I'll see you soon.
I will see you. But this won't air for a while, so tomorrow, Wednesday night.
It's
but
airing
that'll be
tomorrow.
Like 2 weeks ago.
I'm producing today.
Oh, it's,
Yes.
I'll see you Wednesday, Linda.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
I'll see you
Linda.
Wednesday.
Today's Monday. Okay, I'm going to go get my calendar. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the VoiceOver Gurus podcast. Real talk about the voiceover industry. Learn more about us and get coaching at voiceover.guru.